Good morning, everyone. I wanted to give you an update on my breast reduction surgery, so I'm going to jump right in. So since my last video, I mentioned before that I had trouble with my legs and my feet coming out of surgery. It is now, where are we? It's Saturday, so I want to say it is about 10 weeks post-op, and my feet are completely back to normal, and my legs, they're obviously fully functioning. I don't have any tingling sensation left. I don't have any numbness. I just don't have any weird side effects of the surgery left in my legs or my feet, or anywhere in my body for that matter. So they are back to normal. However, having said that, this is really recent, so it's taken them this long to get back to feeling like my feet without any kind of residual anesthetic. So I did go to my GP about 2 weeks ago because the feelings in my feet were still there, and I wasn't sure if that was normal, and I had spoken to my surgeon about it every time I'd been to visit, and the nurses, and it was persistent. So I went to my GP, and my normal GP was actually on annual leave, so I saw like a locum doctor, and he recommended that I go and have an x-ray on my lower lumbar spine area, and just to rule out any kind of issues with any of my discs in my spine and anything, I guess, being like compressed. So I had that done, and then I got a call from my GP to say that she wants to see me to discuss my x-ray results. So I went to see my GP on Thursday morning, and she said to me, the x-ray has shown that you have a foreign metallic body in your upper right abdomen. I don't remember any surgery where that was part of the plan. Basically, I think what's happened is somebody's made a mistake somewhere. And I said to my GP, I said, this must happen really often, right? Human error and everything. And she went, no, it doesn't happen often. So she got me on the couch. She gave me a bit of a poke and a bit of a prod in the area where they kind of suggested there was some metallic foreign body. And I was I'm fine, like nothing hurts. I'm not having any trouble in that area of my body at all. So she said, I'm just going to send them a little letter just to have another look at the x-ray, just to make sure that they haven't made a mistake, maybe mixed mine up with someone else's, maybe. And then I'll get in touch with you to let you know what they say. So I was like, fine. I was like, I genuinely think somebody has made a mistake somewhere, and they've just, I don't know, mixed up my x-ray with somebody else's, and maybe with the same name or something, I don't know. But my legs are back to normal. I told my doctor that at the time, but obviously, I mean, if there is something metallic and foreign in there, we kind of need to figure that out and maybe take it out. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that was interesting. So that was my feet aspect of the surgery. So on to kind of like the main event, really, my boobs. I unfortunately did get an infection in one of my breasts. I had to go on penicillin for 2 weeks to clear the infection because it was like pussy and oozy and all that. Obviously I had kind of I want to say plasters. They're not called plasters. They call them, dressings. Essentially, they're just massive plasters. Um, so it wasn't bothering me. It wasn't painful or anything like that. And it was also just on the surface. It wasn't a skin deep, like underneath, like tissue infection. It was just on the top. So that was lucky. It might mean that when my skin all heals over properly, that it might not be smooth, and the skin color might not all be sort of the same, but I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me too much. It does just mean that I'm still not yet signed off from my surgeon. I am due to go back. I was due to go back and see her in a week's time, but I had a letter through the other day to say that they can't do that date. They've pushed it back into October, which probably just means that she's having some annual leave or something like that, which obviously she's allowed annual leave, it's fine. But it does just mean I've got to wait until October before she signs me off. And again, there's no problem with that. I would just like, I don't know, I kind of like seeing her now. She's kind of, it's really weird. Like, I enjoy going there and showing her my boobs. Like, wow, look at these. It's really nice. Because I can't really, apart from my husband, I can't really do that with anyone else. Like, I really want to, but it's just not appropriate. Like, I've got some work colleagues that I'm really, really close with, and there have been times when I've wanted someone to say to me, "Oh, let's have a look. Oh, let's have a look. Oh, show us." And no one has. Obviously, I wouldn't show the blokes, but any of the females that I'm friends with, I've just been waiting for someone to say, "Oh, let's have a look," and no one has. I've offered them out to people, and I think I've shown 2 of my female work colleagues, and I think it's nice. I think it's interesting. I think if people really want to know, they would have asked to see. People do ask me about how I now feel about everything, which is really, really nice. Rather than in terms of the healing process. Ultimately, it's down to my body to fix everything. You know, even though I've had an infection, even though I have had trouble with my legs, like, I do not regret the decision I have made one tiny little bit. I would go through the whole process again, even knowing what I know now. I'd still make the same decisions. I feel like I've been supported by my friends and family, and work has just been great. Actually, my manager at work has just been really good at helping me to heal the best way possible. So thank you to everybody who has been on this journey with me and helped me right from the start, from the decision making process to today. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this little catch-up video. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up below. It really helps me out. If you have any comments, negative or positive, I really don't mind. I would love to start engaging with you all about my experience, about your experience. I've engaged with a couple of people already over Instagram, other people that have had the surgery since I've had mine and since they've seen my videos and my posts. And I feel like I've gone through a lot, and I'm still going through it. You know, I'm not fully healed. I do still have scabs and things like that. So I'm gonna put up actually some pictures now at the end of this video. I've been taking photographs all throughout my healing process, and I feel like that is a really valuable exercise to see your progression, even when, like me, if you have an infection or anything. It's really, really good to just almost like document it, and just so you can see how far you've come. So I'm going to put up a selection of photos now for you. They are a bit gruesome, so if you don't like that stuff, I would end the video here. But there's no nipple shots or anything like that, so don't get too excited. It is pretty much the scar line, and it's essentially the vulnerable T-junction area underneath where the 2 or 3 pieces of skin all kind of join together. So if you're interested, if you want to know what it looks like or what mine looked like, obviously everyone is different, but keep watching. I will link my Instagram account as well, because I've put a couple of things on there in terms of what bras I've purchased and things. So yeah, stay tuned for some gruesome pics, and I will see you again very, very soon.